Hello, my name is Rachel and I do a lot of bullet journal videos, and I've had a couple people ask me on YouTube or on Instagram about what I do for bullet journal supplies, so I figured I'd make a quick video to talk about that. And I'm doing this like voice and video at the same time, so it might be a little messier, but I just didn't want to do a voiceover for something that was mainly explaining stuff. So I'm gonna organize my bullet journal supplies by what I call the tiers of necessity, because you see a lot of videos about how people have like every color of Tombow and, you know, hundreds of different washi tapes and stickers for days, and you don't really need any of that stuff to bullet journal. Some of it's fun, and of course, like, I have some different varieties of stuff just because I've been doing this for a while, but I'm just going to talk about the stuff that we need in order of importance to actually bullet journaling, which will make a little more sense as we go along. So the first tier of necessity, I would say, is the stuff that you need to just do it at the bare minimum level. And I would say that to have kind of a neat, tidy journal that you create, the main things that you're going to need are your notebook, a pencil, and a black ballpoint and or felt tip pen. So when I started my first bullet journal, I have it over here, I used this little guy, and I think, yeah, most of it was in just like flat out black and white, because, you know, you can do so much design wise with just pen and ink, black and white designs and everything. And that was pretty much all I used for my entire first bullet journal. I used some colored pencil here and there and some other colors of felt tip, but mainly it was just black and white. Because with black and white, you can set up headers, you can write your like bullet points for that day or whatever, and you can journal about it. For my first bullet journal, I only used a felt tip pen, and I mean, it worked for me, but I think I probably would have been better off with a ballpoint pen, because I tend to write kind of hard and smush my pen into the page, so my felt tips got misshapen pretty fast, whereas a ballpoint pen is a little more durable for a longer period of time. And now I use a Pilot Juice pen, 0.38, for my everyday, like, just handwriting. Like, that's what this is, and I like it because it doesn't bleed through hardly at all. Or, I mean, it doesn't bleed through, it doesn't ghost hardly at all. And it dries, like, kind of fast, but I'm very smeary writer, so I can't always rely on that, so I do have to be a little careful with it. But I like how it writes a little smoother than the one I used to use, which is this Muji gel pen, and I liked it. I just like this one better. And then of course the pencil is to help you like set up your layouts. Like, I'll use this to make markings for drawing my calendars and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So this is the tier 1 supplies: your notebook, your black pen or pens, and your pencil. That's all you need to bullet journal. Don't let anyone tell you that you need anything else, because this is all you need. Okay, now moving on to tier 2. So tier 2 is what I call like the accents tier. This isn't going crazy, like buying tons of supplies. This is just a couple things that you might want to invest in to, I don't know, level up your bullet journaling a little bit or something. And I used a lot of this stuff in my second bullet journal. And tier 2 includes kind of like mid-level things that aren't very expensive but can like kind of like upgrade your bullet journal a little bit. And in this I include things like Post-its, other colors of felt tip pen, like this is a light blue that I used as an accent for a while, maybe a white gel pen to like write over black, or if you make a mistake, and maybe like a brush pen if you're interested in learning brush lettering. I really like these two. This is the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen in B, and it's just like a nice soft brush. And the Tombow, yeah, I'm not gonna try. You guys know what this is called, right? Fudnosuke, something like that. And this is a harder tip brush pen that can make a little bit smaller brush lettering than the Faber-Castell one. And then for decoration in this level, I would also say like a mid-level supply would be like washi tapes, because you can get a lot of them for like relatively cheap online, or you know, wander into like Target or an office supply store. Like they make like Scotch washi tapes that you could just find in like Target or like Office Max, and those are like really nice and they come with a lot on there. And then these are ones that I like found on like Amazon or something, and they're nice because you can just like collage it or make dividers or something by adding washi tape to your pages, and that can upgrade your look. So this is like the second tier of bullet journal supplies, and then I would also obviously still be using my like standard bullet journal supplies. And what these look like, let me see. Yeah, you might find like brush lettering, or I mean I guess colored pencils too. I don't have any colored pencils with me, but like I just use like regular Crayola ones. And yeah, wow, you know, I kind of like the thicker felt tip handwriting. Oh man, it gets really thick though. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't really use much color in this one. I say as I flip past huge colored pages, but that's colored pencil. What does that look like more? It's probably in here. Yeah, so like that's an example of like using washi tape or brush lettering. Yeah. And this is that other color felt tip is really nice for like trackers and stuff, so it's not all black. Anyways, okay, now I've got all this stuff. Now I'm gonna move on to my like extra level tier of necessity for bullet journal supplies. And these are things that you by no means need to bullet journal. It's just kind of fun if bullet journaling is something you're into, or you like to spend a lot of time on, or you know, whatever. Sorry, that's today. And this is stuff like sticker books. This is like an older Erin Condren sticker book from back when I gave the Erin Condren planner a shot. I wasn't really a fan. It was fine, but it didn't work for me like the bullet journal system does, but I still had the stickers. So sometimes you have like leftover random stuff lying around. Like I wouldn't say run out and buy a sticker book, but a lot of the times you like have stuff. But if you want to buy a sticker book, that's good too, because stickers are fun. They're just not free, and I would never claim that this is a supply that you need. And then another thing I do is I would categorize as like extra level bullet journaling is like printed photos. And I keep these actually in my back pocket of my bullet journal as well. You can kind of see. And then I also have them, a lot of the time I'll cluster them by, like with these little binder clips, if I have a set of photos that I think would go together or be used in the same like spread or something, I like to keep them clustered. So I'll have like a couple different themes of photos and they'll be clipped together. And then I just have this like little box, I think like push pins or something were in here originally, and I just keep a hair binder on it. And then this goes in like my backpack or whatever, and I don't carry this around with me all the time. It's just kind of fun to have sometimes, to have more options. And then to make those photos work, I have my Tombow mono adhesive, and it's just like a glue roller that you can roll onto the back of your pictures, and I've used this before. And the other level of the other extra level supplies, I would say, are these like Tombow pens, because there's no like standard colors and people feel like they have to buy a ton. I only have 5, and I would say I probably use this like brightest colored one the least. But these are kind of fun because they come in lighter colors and they are water soluble, so there's a little more you can do with them if you want to add water on a paintbrush to blend them, or just use them as like a highlight or lettering, or you know, whatever. So, and then another thing that you might want to use is like craft paper, like colored cardstock. What did I do? I used this. I don't use this on like a daily basis. I use it for like monthly setups like this. If I have a page I want to be a little thicker so I can grab it. Yeah. And then the like most unnecessary thing of all for me that I do have is, oh my gosh, you're gonna think I'm a huge nerd, is this messy notebook. And that's pretty much is what it sounds like. It's an extra notebook to play around with, or like swatch things or whatever if you don't want to like make mistakes in your bullet journal. If you're like me and having things that are really messed up in your main bullet journal drives you crazy, it might be worth investing in like a notebook with a similar dot grid. And in this one you can try out like layouts or swatch your washi tapes, try drawing techniques that you're thinking about. Try these dumb pens. Yeah, the Pitt Artist pen came with like a chisel soft tip brush, and like, what the heck, why? What do people use that for? I use it to color in big black areas where I don't care about messing up the tip. Or if you just have like ideas or pens to try, you want to keep even like bigger collections in here, like layout ideas, things you want to refer to over the course of several bullet journals. But yeah, those are my extra level supplies. So a messy notebook, craft paper, Tombow dual brush pens, Tombow mono adhesive, printed photos, and stickers. So, all together, these are all the supplies that I use for bullet journaling, and of course I don't keep all these like in my pencil case at the same time, but you know, it's kind of fun to like have extra stuff on your desk at home if you want to do something special, or you're just in the mood to get really artsy in your bullet journal. So I hope this helped. I hope this helped you guys not only like get an idea of what some of the cooler stuff is out there, but also understand like what's like a fun thing and what's more of like a need thing to take advantage of the bullet journal system. So yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you when I make a new video. Thanks. Bye.